cleaning business. It says, welcome to Cleaning Business World. And this is Jeff at Alpine Professional Carpet Care. And we got Will from Alpha Dog Carpet Cleaning in Boise, Idaho with you. And we were wanting to talk about a little bit about maybe your Google My Business page. And are you guys putting up pictures on your Google My Business page? I mean, a lot of people put up pictures on Instagram, but that doesn't show up online very well. So, and if you do put up pictures on your Google My Business page, make sure to name them. You know, make it, you know, your keywords. Like for me, it might be carpet cleaning in Alpine, Utah, or Alpine, Utah carpet cleaning. But you have to name them all something different. But anyway, hey, say something, Will.
All right. Yeah, Instagram doesn't index very well on Google. As a matter of fact, Pinterest usually outdoes Instagram if you're looking for pictures, or unless you're looking for someone specific or a specific email. Pinterest usually outdoes Instagram in indexing in the search indexes.
And then, you know, now they got a new thing where if you can put a post on your Google My Business page and it lasts for 7 days. And I know it's kind of a pain that you have to put up a different post every 7 days, but when someone finds your Google My Business page online, then they can see the post, and you can, you know, talk about urine damage, or, you know, what kind of cleaning you're doing, or anything. And now I just noticed there was something new that you can put your, if you have a hard line for your business line, you can put your cell phone there and they can text you, and you can text back and forth. It's called messaging on Google My Business page.
Very good idea.
Go ahead.
Very good idea.
So, so I see that they took off the Google Plus off the Google My Business page, but when you're on your when you're on your business Google Plus page, it still has the Google My Business page, so it's still kind of linked a little bit that way, but not totally. But you know, for all you guys out there with your iPhones and your Mac computers, Will's shaking his head. You know, you're just making it harder to show up online. You know, if you have an Android phone, which is owned by Google, and you know, you download your Google Maps and you download your Google Photo app, and if you have an Android phone, all that stuff comes already loaded, and Google follows you everywhere you go. In fact, you know, I get to a job and I label on my jobs, and I get to a job and it says I was there a year and a half ago, like April of 2015. I got there at 10 o'clock. I left there at 1 o'clock, and it says what I did for the rest of the day. And when you do this, Google sees that you're working in the street. And the funny thing is then I start getting calls, all the different people that are a couple blocks away. So Google sees where you're working, even if it's not in your service area. And then you start showing up for that area. So, you know, having an Android phone versus an iPhone, it has a big advantage. You know, if you want to show up on Google, but if you have an iPhone, Bing is it's already downloaded Bing, and when you do search, it's already a Bing search on your iPhone, and so maybe you might show up a little bit better for Bing if you have an iPhone, but I think they only have 17% of the market. But do you take pictures, Will, when you go to jobs?
I take pictures of almost every single job that I do, unless it's a repeat customer and it's not that bad. I also noticed that when I do take pictures and I post them to either my Google or my Facebook, um, Google is now asking me if I want to use that location, and it not only does it have the address, it has its longitude and latitude coordinates. And it also, if I stop at a stoplight, because I have a Google Pixel phone, it asks me if I want to review any of the businesses in that intersection, or it'll ask me if I'm remotely close to any kind of a business now, if I want to do a review, because I am a Google guide now, and I don't know, I think I'm a level 5 or 6 guide. So Google tracks me throughout the day. It tracks every single place I go. And I'm starting to, if you were to search carpet cleaning just in my zip code, I beat out, I think I even beat out the ads, the thumbtacks and stuff like that. I'm not for sure. I think I did. The last time I looked, I did. So.
Yeah, you know, and that's another advantage of having an Android phone, just showing up in those areas, and Google sees where you're working. So it's all connected. And to be honest with you, I don't really know how it works, but I've even had jobs where like an hour, 20 minutes, an hour and a half away, I did a job and I took some pictures and I made a post. And then the day or two goes by, I get another call in that area. It's way out of my service area. It's not in my service area on my Google, my business page. I don't normally go out there. But then I get another call in that area. And then in a few more days, I get another call in that area. And then I get like 4 or 5 jobs all in that area just because Google sees that I was working there. And it shows me up rather than, you know, someone that lives close to there, which is kind of interesting. So, and I don't know really how it works. I just noticed that, you know, what it's been doing.
Do you look at your timeline much?
The timeline on Maps?
Yeah, on your like during the day.
Have you been doing that?
I do, because it keeps a very accurate account of how long you're at each job as well, down to almost a second.
Oh, I know. In fact, it tells me how long I was at the job a year and a half ago. And then it says where I went afterwards. It'll say I was at this job, and then I went to Home Depot, and I went to the Olive Garden, and then it says the other 3 or 4 jobs that I did afterwards, and then it said I went home. It tells me my whole day a year and a half ago. It's a little creepy, but
it's a little creepy, but it can help in situations where someone might ask you, when was the last time you did this commercial job, or when was the last time you did this house, and you know exactly what day you were there, what time of day you were there, how long you were there.
Yeah, no, that's a big advantage. And you can put in other information on your label when you label, you know, your customer. You can put their name and address, and you know, they got a dog or a pet. You know, you can put in stuff like that because you're the only one that sees it. When you label it, nobody else sees it but you.
Yeah, and like I don't know if any other phones do this, but with my Pixel, if a customer calls and I assign them, you know, I create a contact for them, Google, you know, it's got their address and their phone number. Everything's already in there. You know, from me making the contact, and then I use their address in the contact. If they call me again, it pops up again, and then I don't have to search their address. It's already in the phone. I just add that job to my calendar.
No, that's nice. Well, anyway, I was just trying to do a little short video here, and we were just talking about, you know, some of the we do a bunch of things on Google to, you know, help us show up a little bit better, and this was one of the things that we were doing. And myself, Jeff, and Will, and Dieter, we're the ones that manage the cleaning business world and run that community. And I was kind of wanted you guys, I mean, you've probably seen me doing a bunch of posts, but I wanted you to, get to know Will a little bit. Hey, Will, tell us about your business and what you do over there in Boise, Idaho.
I do just about everything. I bought out a bunch of janitorial equipment when the school systems here, they built all new elementary schools here, and when they tore the old buildings down, they sold all the janitorial equipment, whether it was brand new or 100 years old. They sold it for less than pennies on the dollar. I bought several pallets of it for $1 a pallet. And I can do anything from carpet cleaning, tile and grout, concrete, VCT. I've got several. I bought a pallet full of buffers and burnishers, and I can polish hardwood floors. I don't refinish them because takes too long. I've tried that. It takes too long. But high-speed burnish, after you buff them out a little bit, they usually turn out pretty nice. And I have a pressure washer mounted in my truck alongside my truck mount. So like tonight I do gum removal and bird droppings and food and blood and everything else down at the local hospital. And they have me come in a couple times a week. It's pretty lucrative. It's actually, sometimes I make more money pressure washing than I do carpet cleaning.
Do you have any walk behinds, floor scrubbers?
A dozen.
Nice.
Yeah. I have a half a dozen for carpet and a half a dozen for hard surface. So.
Well, anyway, I was just, wanting everybody to get to know Will a little bit. And Will's probably going to, share some things coming up in the future. And
I build Frankenstein carpet cleaning machines too.
Oh, yeah. And if anybody has a question about, I don't know, problem they're having with the machine, Will's a really good mechanic, and he does all kinds of modifications and stuff on truck mounts.
Yeah, I like to tinker, like they're hot rod cars. I like to tinker with them a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, and then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have Dieter, and he's a website designer, and we're gonna have another HOA hangout live on air, and Dieter's gonna talk about some stuff about your website, and he's got a lot of good advice. And well, anyway, everybody there in cleaning business world, thanks for watching.
All righty.
All right, over and out. We'll see you next time.